give me a little bit of kind of the story of like how your experience of quarantine has been,
Oh, yeah.
all of that. Just kind of a general, like, here's how my life has been like during quarantine.
Well, I mean, um, it's been difficult. I mean, today I kind of we have, so basically quarantine happened right after I lost my grandfather. He passed away February 16th. And so that was like obviously a shock to the family, and we were all grieving and dealing with that. And then the next weekend after we laid him to rest and the funeral, I had yoga teacher training. The final weekend we graduated, and it was like I was on this high and I was ready, and just to like, I mean, it was so exciting. I'm like, obviously still sad about my grandfather, but then it's like, okay, I'm back up, and I've worked so hard for this. Yeah. And the camaraderie of all my friends going through that, it was really exciting. And then all of a sudden everything changed, and it's like the entire world just like put us, brakes on. And I mean, everybody's experienced it, and I know that, obviously we're experiencing it in different ways. A few weeks, actually the next week, so I'm working, going through this and dealing with it, and I'm a manager, so I manage people at a bank. And so having to deal with the different emotions and feelings, some people believe in it, some people don't believe in it, some people like, this is, so many different feelings, and having to be diplomatic and
Mm-hmm.
going through that was, that was challenging. And then on top, then my mom actually, she gets diagnosed with COVID. I get exposed to her. I go in quarantine for 14 days. And like, that was huge. That was such a hard thing to deal with.
Mm.
Because it was basically like, call my boss, we talk about it. This is what I have to do based on HR. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're kidding me, right? Like, I felt like I had no control. And so on top of feeling like everything's changing, now I'm like, I have to stay at home and I can't work. What do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that was like the first about 3 or 4 weeks of it. And that was a lot to deal with. And honestly, the only thing that got me through those 14 days was practicing with Epic, because you guys had just gone online, and I was like, oh, thank God. So I could get up, and every single day, like Shauna was doing, I was like, every single day I was just going to practice and keep it consistent.
Have some sense of normalcy.
Exactly. And I needed to see people, because I was feeling like, I mean, obviously my husband was home and Hadley was let go from the restaurant same time. Um, and so it was just like everything all at once. It was just, it was just too much. And so I got through it, got back to work. Everyone's healthy. We've all been tested, my whole family. This was weeks ago, and everyone's healthy and everyone's good. And so we've made it our new normal. I mean, and made the best of it, still practicing with Epic. Thankful that I'm able to still explore the teaching and through Epic and with Leanne and the Karma class. Like, I'm so grateful for that,
Good.
and still
Good to hear.
developing even, yeah, while being stuck at home. But yeah, having to change, just like, I'm a big planner and kind of a control freak. And so I had all these plans for vacations and things we were going
Mm.
to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you guys, like, when you guys, because especially with Corey's schedule, like when you guys are able to travel, like it's like, okay, now or never, and
Yeah.
you go big or go home, because like his schedule is so different when he's not able to travel and take time off and all of that. So you guys really make the most of it.
Exactly. And so, we were thinking we were supposed to go to Peru with the family. We actually just today made the decision to postpone that. We were going to go to Thailand. We had
Mm-hmm.
all these all these plans. And they always say, like, I guess, make plans and God laughs, and, or something along those lines. And it's so true. So I've really learned just to kind of be with what is, and to, my reactions are different. Like, I would have been so upset. I probably would have cried about it, and I would have felt kind of like, why is this happening to me? But now I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I'm not, my worries are so small compared to some people right now. I have a
Right.
job. I'm so thankful for like my blessings, and it's really put my life in perspective, and learning to, just not set such large expectations for myself. So
Yeah,
that's,
speak more about that. Tell me what you mean. Unpackage that a little bit
yeah,
for me.
definitely. So, I mean, I set huge expectations all my life. I've done that. I have to I got to get a degree, then I got to get another degree, then I got to get my yoga teacher training, and then I got to go get this and certified here. I mean, it's just like, what more can I do? I'm very rarely satisfied with just being. I have to keep looking for the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, I'm finally being able to just like, okay, you're here, you're stuck. I mean, there's not much you can do.
Literally, figuratively, and like literally,
Yeah. And so that's been hard. And like, I'm very fortunate that Corey, my partner, is like, so like, he's so go with the flow, and he always brings me down. Whereas, I'm that type D person who's like more, and, like do. And so it's been a good, even, sorry, the dogs. um, it's been a good, like, compatibility, because like, if it wasn't for him, I think I would have had a lot more reaction, but I've just had to sit with it and just be with what is. And, coming from that place of, like, I'm getting very JIP, but for real, like, coming from that place of like, I'm good, I'm ready now, this is who I am, and it doesn't have to change. That next thing doesn't have to make a difference. I guess that next thing doesn't make me somebody better. I'm okay here,
Yeah.
in, like, in Tennessee, in my house, in my life. Yeah. And I'm like, oddly enough, like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,